All right, welcome to another Tuesday night Real Talk Hangout. My name is JMS. I'm a health and lifestyle coach, and we're here with a great topic tonight on legendary journey and what to do to live out that legendary journey. And is there a destination? Is it all about the journey and not the destination, as we probably heard? Or, what are we moving towards? How do we think into the future, and how do we move towards that? It's going to be tons of insight. We got an awesome panel tonight. Without Instead of me introducing everyone, I'm going to let everyone speak, let everyone run with whatever they feel tonight. So we're going to kick it right over to Victor.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hey, everyone. This is Victor Dadaj. I'm an online entrepreneur, marketer, and coach. My website is victordadaj.com, and I'm very happy to be here again with everyone tonight with this wonderful panel. All right. Thanks.
And I'm Rob Shepard. I'm an online marketing coach and also a health and fitness lifestyle coach, where I help motivate the unmotivated, inspire the uninspired, and give hope to the hopeless. And my website is shepherdfit.info, and it's spelled like shepherd in the Bible, SHEPHERDFIT.info.
Hi guys, it's Hannah Hines with Hannah's Food Journey. I am a health coach and I'm in culinary school, and I'm starting a catering business to help busy moms make really easy, simple, nutritious meals at home. And I just authored my first cookbook, and my website is hannahsfoodjourney.com, and there are a lot of free recipes there, so check it out.
Hi guys, this is Asia Mackenzie, and my website and my blog is workwithasia.com. I specialize in helping people monetize their personal brand, especially in the area of network marketing and internet marketing by using free social media marketing strategies. And look forward to talking to you later again.
All right, yeah, so let's get right into it. Very happy to have some new faces on the call, and so I sort of want to do it a little different this week. A lot of times we jump right into topics, we jump into sort of theoretical mindset type of topics. It can get a little heavy, so I want to just sort of share a personal journey of mine and how I sort of overcame certain obstacles and thought more in terms of, when I say legendary journey, when we think about this topic, it's something on a bigger scale. It's not just, making a small decision of, how I'm going to get ahead in my life. It's a full life commitment. And what happened to me is it happened through my career path. And basically, I really had a good growing up. I was able to go to engineering school and finish a master's degree in systems engineering. But all that time, it never felt quite right. I really listened to what other people always had my vision for my life for me. So they said, my guidance counselors, you're great at math and science, go do engineering. Parents and family were like, this is the path, this is where the money is, this is secure. And through a lot of time, I just spent years and years going into what was kind of then called self-help, which is really the area of personal development, and then getting deep into mindset, how to be successful. And through this time, really found my place with what I wanted to do. But it wasn't until I just took a leap of faith, and I'm probably going to come back to this. We'll touch on this throughout this call. Taking a leap of faith and just driving to a conference. I didn't have the money to do it. I drove to a conference 8 hours away in Washington, D.C. from Rhode Island, and ended up finding God, which was the last thing. I don't consider myself a religious person or anything like that. I don't want to get on that wavelength, but it was such an awakening experience because I just didn't expect it at all. And it was the first time I actually was introduced to spirituality, of feeling something, embracing a calling that I had that was different than just the norm of my mundane everyday life. And that's where I was out partying, out like chasing girls. That was my whole life, and it wasn't just college, it extended past college. So in that experience, it was just the number one like life-changing experience you could ever go through. And that's what helped me understand that from that moment, I had a commitment to my calling. It wasn't a commitment to a career path. It wasn't a commitment to, certain relationships or anything like that. It was a complete lifestyle transformation. And that's what I focus on with what I do, but also that is what it takes sometimes. It takes a life-changing moment, and it doesn't necessarily have to be something that happens to you. It can be something that you create out of your own experiences and what you're putting into your mind on a daily basis. So with that, I just wanted to keep it a little lighter, and guys, just take it away. Go wherever you want with this topic. I'm sure you guys have tons of things that you're wanting to say. So Rob, why don't you just go ahead and jump into it, and then I want you guys, actually Alex is on the call right now. I don't know, Alex, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
All right, yeah, Alex, tell the
How you
people
guys
who
doing?
you are, man, and then we'll get into it.
Right on, right on. I'm a holistic health coach through www.positivelyhealthful, and I incorporate positive habits into everyday life. My biggest thing is your mindset, and from there, everything else falls into place. So, really been big on this week on self-care and self-love. So, starting where you're at and everything like that. So, just excited to be in this group and see where this call goes. Thanks, Jess.
Awesome. Good to have you, Alex.
Awesome.
Rob, what you got for us?
Okay. Well, when we talked about the legendary journey, and it's just so weird how things just formulated today, and I was talking with Justin about it, and how growing up, and how when you start your life out, doesn't realize that whatever we do within life begins with our starting life path. And sometimes when you look at the teenagers today, where we do things where it is more of we're just going through the moment and not really going with our 110% of what we're doing. So I was actually talking with Justin today about that. I was having a conversation with a few guys today how when you're young and you're thinking that your journey within life doesn't start once you get out in the workforce or you get to at a teenage age, that's when your life started. And I was reflecting back when I was younger and how at age 15 I started my first job and working at it, but I know that I was destined for greatness as I was going, getting older, and everything went in the right path. Age 16, get promoted. 17, I was getting promoted, and by age 19, I land myself into an awesome position as a manager at a corporation where at that point in time I got thrown back then it was pay at like $875 per week, and I thought, wow, it's pretty at a young age to start out that path, but it reflects back on what I did when I was at age 16. Then as I going through the path now, I'm moving along. I'm watching the teenagers today and watching how folks are just letting a corporation or whatever they're doing within life, and something goes wrong, it affects them, and they don't realize that they can't let a corporation or a negative thing within their life affects who they are, or what they're progressing to be in life. They have to understand that moving forward, you are developing you. Because I was sharing with Justin that now at this time I sat down and I realized to myself that I'm now negotiating different path of where I want my life to go, and don't have someone else dictating that path and where they want my life to go. But if I didn't start out at age 15 and age 16 as realizing that the journey, what I destined to be and where I'm moving towards, that would have affected me today on my destination. So I thought it was a pretty good topic, and to see how things just revolve in, and how we feel that at age 30 your life stops, or they use an analogy that, oh, wait till you get to the age 30, things going to slow down and you're going to gain weight, you're going to get a stomach, and they get all these mindset things that they develop within their mind and thinking that's the way you're going to be, and people are telling you that. But then you now have to prove them wrong by saying, okay, age 30, here I am, I didn't get fat, I didn't get a stomach. Okay, at age 35, oh, you're going to get a stomach, you're going to get fat, and they're thinking within, okay, that's what society feels. But don't realize that true wealth, most people gain their wealth at age 40. So most people gain greatness at age 40. At 19, 20, 21, 22, your journey, it's there, but you're not understanding that once you feel, okay, I'm at 30, okay, my life stops, I don't know where else to go, this is what's going to happen, but don't realize that it doesn't. It keeps going, and you know has to realize things get serious, because now is when you say, all right, if you're in a job or you're in your own business, what's your retirement goal is going to be, where you're trying to be. So now you said, all right, things get strict, things get in a more position where you said, all right, I am now going to write my plan. Whether you're in corporate America, whether you're out in your own business, now things get structured and it gets serious, because now you have to make changes to really grow and start digging into a whole mindset piece. Because when you see we get out there and we're saying, okay, this doesn't work or this is not working out, and we decided, okay, we're going to quit because we give something 2 months or we give it 6 months or we give it a year, and we quit, and then we blame it on someone else and saying, well, because I didn't have the right coach or the right mentor, that's the reason why. But then there's also a mirror for us to look into and say, all right, I have to make changes because this reflects on me. And how all these changes came up within me is looking in the mirror and saying, okay, Rob, it's you. You're having failed relationships because it's you. You're failing in network marketing because it's you. You're failing because it's you. But then once I answer all those questions and I realize now it's time to follow that journey and start moving forward and making sure that whatever I am reflecting within the world, it's truly me. And when I tell folks that I have certain companies out there that reach out to me and talking about what they offer and what they can give, but then because my belief, I won't do it. And I tell them, I say, you guys cannot get me to come with your company, even if you give me $10,000 cash. And they're like, well, Rob, you really believe in your journey that bad? I say, yes, I do, because I am not coming to align myself with your company because I don't believe in what you're doing. And when I align myself with Vincent Ortega Jr. and I align myself with that company, I realize that I strongly believe in what they're doing, because that's the journey and that's the legacy that I want to create down the line and help other people to create that same legacy. So that was just how, when I started looking at where I am today, and I was telling Justin that I want to do a video on that, and the title of the video was going to be that what you do today affects you tomorrow. So whether it's positive, you're going to get positive effect tomorrow. Whether it's negative, you're going to get negative effect tomorrow. And one thing is, we cannot run from anything we do negative within life, and we thinking we're going to escape it. We will never escape it, because it's going to come back and get us. If it's positive, it's going to come back and get us. I give you a perfect example, and I'll share this with you guys. Last week Sunday, I was actually getting ready to run out the house, and I went to start my car, and the car wouldn't start. I'm with my son, and I said, oh man, are you kidding me? I'm running for time, I can't start the car. So there's a lady, my neighbor came out, and they were getting ready to leave, and I said, hey, would you mind if you can drop me down, if you're going down 270, if you would mind, take me down to Shady Grove to let me pick up my wife's car. They said, oh no, I'm in a hurry, I can't do it. And I said, okay. And I felt bad. I was just like, wow, that's so, I mean, we're neighbors, and if you're going in that direction, it's only going to take you 2 minutes just to drop me off. I let it go. Would you believe yesterday morning I came outside, and here goes her truck on a flat tire, and they're trying to get the tire off, and the tire would not come off the truck, and they have to leave the truck there, and it took them 2 days to finally get the tire off. You see it now, what the example what I share when I said things go around, and we always have to make sure we're doing the right thing, because it travels along with our journey and where we're destined to be. So that's just a perfect example I just want to kind of share with you guys and share with the universe, that just make sure that whatever we're doing out there, make sure it's aligned with you and do not align with someone else, and make sure your vision has people in it, because if it doesn't, and you're trying to go out and hurt people, lying to them, telling them that this work when you know within you that it doesn't work, it's going to come back and get us. All right, next.
Can I go talk about the next topic?
Sure.
Yeah, I was, we have this ILN 90-day video marketing challenge, right? So one of the things that I'm doing, because I'm a stay-at-home mom, I only have 4 hours a day to market. And when it's a challenge, I want to be, leading my team and saying, hey, I'm doing this, so you guys better come on board or, get left behind. So I do this topic on this app called Videofy Me, and the topic is called Investment for Your Legacy. Now, one of the things that when you're recruiting somebody into your network marketing business or your internet marketing business, one of the objections that you'll hear is people will say, oh, I don't have the money for that. Oh, why does that cost me so much? And I'm like, hey, dude, it's only $37 investment for your legacy. Can you not invest $37 a month for your legacy, to build your mindset, to build your foundation? So when you talk to somebody and you approach that, and somebody approach you and asks you about your business, use it as like an investment. Like if you use the word investment and legacy, people have this really funny thing about network marketing. They don't understand that network marketing is really the only competition that you have is with yourself. Because in network marketing, it's tough for a lot of people because you have to learn to disengage your ego. You have to learn to lead as well as help your team, but you also need to learn how to lead. And in network marketing, you have to learn to lead by duplication, which is called in our industry, team duplication. So you have to keep it simple, silly, that everybody can follow. And I heard from somebody was talking to me, oh, some of this person from ILN said, oh, everybody's going to do the 90-day challenge and people are going to quit. And he said something like, people are being brainwashed. And I was so turned off when he said that. I was like, number one, no, people not being turned off, brainwashed. The first thing why we do the 90-day video marketing challenge is, number one, we have to teach you about consistency in your business. Number two, we have to get you comfortable doing video. So you're consistent with doing video, you're not like shy, or you're not. And number three, we are trying to teach you to get over yourself. Nobody cares about you. When you're doing network marketing or internet marketing, people are looking for leaders. They're looking for somebody that can lead them. And if you are in the business and you don't plug yourself into the system and you don't lead your team, people in your team are not going to be able to duplicate. So with network marketing, you have to follow a very simple system. Then you have to learn to promote yourself, and then you learn to plug in the new people into the system so that they can understand mindset training. They can switch from an employee mindset to a business mindset. So a lot of people that joins a network marketing company or internet marketing company, they complain about the $37 a month. When somebody complain like that, I would really recommend that you say, hey, it's $37 a month for your investment in yourself. So like we are talking about legendary mindset, leaving a legacy for our kids, for our family, for our loved ones. That's why we are here, to utilize the internet, to leverage ourselves, to monetize our own personal brand. Whatever your brand is, whatever your target market is, serve your target market. Okay, monetize you. I think a lot of people, they don't value themselves enough to ask for the sale. So that's what I'm good at, is when I teach my team members, I teach them how to ask for the sale. I teach them how to value their time so that people don't take advantage of them. That's it. If you want to find me, workwithasia.com.
That's awesome. I love that. Asia is perfect. You see, you notice that, how that through, and that's a good takeaway. When you guys, whatever we do, whether it's health coaching, whether it's internet marketing, whether it's sales, whatever you're doing, that just what she said then, it's a perfect way of utilizing the mind. Because even when I collaborated with our health coaches, and it's so hard. For some reason, we have a freedom of giving money, but it's so hard for us to want to take money. And folks out there, they will tell you they can't afford something, but then you look, they're getting the Fendi pocketbook, the Movada watches, and you're like, wait a minute here, you cannot afford to take care of your health, but you can look at your car. To service a Mercedes Benz or a BMW, it's a arm and a leg. So that's a perfect way of utilizing the mind, and that's something that can help us. Even as a health coach, when we're out there, we're saying, okay, you know what? For a 6 weeks program, it's $499. So when we say, oh my gosh, 6 weeks, $499, but wait a minute here. For you to go for a service with your car, it's an oil change. It's called an A service or a B service. It's $1,000, but your car means nothing to you because there's no value. And I mean, I use this for example. I mean, I have a car that right now to me it's no value. I tell Justin this all the time. It is no value at all whatsoever to me, and that cannot take from my legacy, and it cannot at all be my journey. It's mean nothing. It absolutely mean nothing, and that's just I love the way you put it, that it's an investment in yourself, not your car, not your pocketbook, not your shoes, yourself. And I think that's where we failed at speaking, and that's like a good takeaway. I don't mean to take this whole thing, but I just had to jump right on it because I thought that was just so powerful. Because yourself, I mean, when you're gone, you literally, I've never seen a U-Haul truck traveling behind a hearse. You can't take it with you. I mean, literally, I've never seen that. You can have $1,000,000. You never, oh, you know what? I'm going to just take the U-Haul truck, pack up everything with me, and take it with me. No, so invest it in yourself. And I mean, I go to a place on the, sometimes up in Upper Marlboro, and it's a very high-end area. And this gentleman, just told her, he has two, what do they call those cars? Rolls Royce. Two! And he's like 450 pounds, and his eyes is pink. When I look at him as a health coach, he is sick. And I was just sitting there like, wow, you got two cars that worth $1,000,000 together, and you don't even know it, that you're sick. But you know what? 450 pounds, not a big deal, because everybody surround him. He owns an engineer company, so he's good. Don't even know, not one person say, you know what, let me pull you aside. But you need to invest in yourself. And that's just a perfect way. So I want to jump on to maybe Aina or Alex, jump right in. I didn't mean to take it away, but I just thought that was powerful. I just had to piggyback right on it. Thank you, Asia. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's so true. You guys are amazing. You have your own story, and everybody, it's really important to find your own spot, which, I mean, there are so many people in our lives that are trying to fit you into their little ideal world, and it's really about finding yourself in your own legacy. So whether it is being all you can be or being all you can be to help others, whatever it is, you have to find that spot. And it takes a journey to get there, but if you don't start today doing the little things, you're never going to get there. So you have to give your whole self into it and get in there. For me, I know there were a lot of people right out of high school asking me, you know, where are you going to go to college? What are you going to do? I was a musician full force, and I just didn't see myself doing that for a lifetime. I didn't feel comfortable doing that for forever, and I knew that I needed to get my life more healthy and just find myself and just be passionate about whatever I did rather than trying to fulfill somebody else's dream. So right out of high school, I went through the journey of becoming a health coach, and now I'm able to help other people find themselves, whatever area that is, and help their families become really productive, and their children and just moms that need, the courage and inspiration to live another day with other little kids climbing all over them, just finding that energy and love for themselves that is so, so important.
That's awesome, Hannah. And Hannah, I want you to, you have the picture in the background. This is totally a super exciting book that you have. I want you to share now in case, we don't have tons of time left. So I want you to talk all about this book.
Yeah, I would love to. Part of my journey, the most exciting part of my journey, has started this spring. In March, I started a food blog just for the fun of it. I've always enjoyed cooking, and especially healthy, nutritious meals. And I just started cooking a lot and experimenting and kind of compiling some recipes and stuff that moms always found really, really beneficial. And then, out of the blue, a lady contacted me to see if I would like to co-author in a cookbook. And so, as you can see here, yesterday was the launch of the cookbook. There are over 30 health coaches in this book. We each took one chapter and wrote out our story of how we have balanced out our life through nutrition, food, exercise, energy, life, just the incredible journey that God has taken us on. And so we each have a chapter. I have a whole chapter on there about eating for enjoyment, how eating healthy doesn't have to be boring. It's actually really exciting. And then we also have 2 recipes. So I'm super excited. It's available on Amazon. And it's been an incredible journey to be a part of it. And it's inspired me to go on and compile the rest of my recipes and make a full cookbook, which will hopefully be happening soon. But my legacy has definitely been an awesome one ever since I decided to take it as my own and make it what I was really, really passionate about. So thanks for letting me share about it, Justin.
Yeah, it's awesome to have you here. We've got 2 more people, so just guys shoot. Whoever wants to jump in. Again, we're running short on time, so just run with it.
Hey guys, I'll go ahead and go next. Is that Victor? You could go after me, I suppose. Right on.
Okay.
Cool. Hannah, that was great hearing about you. Me and Justin were talking earlier about your cookbook and the success you'll have with that, and it's awesome to see it on Amazon, and we'll have to have a separate conversation about that after this. But anyways, I'm Alex Donabedian again. I run www.positivelyhealthful.com, positivelyhealthful.com, incorporating positive habits into everyday life. And what's great is the topic we're talking about today is exactly what I've been working on in my blog and in my website in general and in my own personal life. Really about like living in the journey, and you don't get so caught up in the overall destination because we're here for a long time, and to kind of take each moment for what it is, and really love yourself for where you're at and accept yourself for where you're at, and realize that whatever you're doing in your life, you should be doing it for the betterment of yourself and the betterment of your life and your health and your happiness and your overall well-being. And so I kind of wanted to go into priorities, and obviously self-care and self-love should be a priority in this journey of a life, because the more we get to know ourselves and the more we get to know what we desire in our lives and what is missing, the clearer the vision gets for our next step down the journey. So I kind of went into an analogy on my blog this morning on Positively Healthful about loving and accepting yourself, and I went into an analogy of we are all pure gold cups, and we're shining in all of our excellence, and it's wonderful, and each day, each moment, we get to decide what type of drink or liquid we want to put inside of that cup. So we could put a positive drink in that cup, or we could put a negative drink in that cup. So is it going to be health promoting things, or is it going to be dis-ease promoting things, or things that aren't making you feel your best or taking away from you? So that's why we have to look at self-care and self-love first, because we're the ones that decide what gets to be put into this gold cup that we all have possession of. And it's a really great analogy because I go everywhere with it. But what I want to say is along this journey, we have to really focus on keeping our gold cup filled with positive drink. And it has to be filled because or it actually has to be overflowing, but first it has to be filled up with self-care and self-love before we can go around and shine our light into other people's life and promote ourselves, or network ourselves, or even help someone else in need. Like everyone else is saying, you have to kind of work out your own issues first. So you have to kind of identify with what drink per se you're putting inside of the gold cup, and make sure that you're not taking on things that are stressing you out, or doing habits that are actually taking away from your shining or your light, and or your contribution to this world along your journey. So that's why it's a priority of self-care, self-help, and just figuring out those things that you need to do for yourself before we go out and help other people. So where else do I want to go with this? So it's all about loving and accepting yourself, and identifying the blocks or the things that get in the way. And I went into depth in my blog, so you could go ahead and check it out on there. And it's exactly what I do as a health coach, is help people get past those mindset blocks, or past those things that are, is there someone in your life that's taking away from your goodness or your productivity? Identifying what's going on in your life, and then setting a new path from exactly where you're at, starting where you're at, and adding in things to only make you a better person. And really appreciate you guys giving me the chance to talk about this, and I love hearing everyone else's opinions. And yeah, that's all I got to say for now.
Okay, can you hear me, guys? All right, guys. I just want to first start off by saying, when I was 12 years old, I was hit by a car, and and I broke my thigh bone, and I couldn't walk for 3 months. Now, at the time it happened, I was obviously very devastated by it. But as I grew up later and reflected on it, I realized I was a very lucky person, that God kept me alive because He had plans for me. He'd given me talents that He wanted me to utilize, and we're just stewards here on this earth. And I think Rob referred to that before when he's saying, "You never seen a U-Haul truck follow a hearse." We can't take these things with us. We just have to leave a legacy. We want to make this world better. We want to leave stuff to our family, our friends, our grandchildren, etc. So we want to make this a better life for us and for everyone around us. So we got to focus on that. And my self-worth does not come from any company or anything else. It comes from the fact that I was created by God, and that helps me keep a positive mindset, because, as Alex referred to, having a positive mindset, thinking positive is extremely necessary to succeed in everything. Because if you have a negative mindset, it reflects everything: your lifestyle, your work, your career, and everything, and you just drag everyone down when you're negative. But when you're positive about everything, and loving yourself, when you feel good about yourself, that energy just feeds off everyone else. Everyone wants to be around you. Better things tend to happen. People want to be around. People want to do business around you, because no one wants to deal with someone who's just down, who doesn't feel good about themselves. So it really does start with feeling good about yourself and aligning yourself with people that are positive, that share your certain vision. Now, some of you people are like me. We're with ILN, so we've worked with Vince Ortega, Gia, Mark Hovison, and the rest of those people, and they share a similar vision to what we have. That they're very positive. They want to help people out, and I think it's a beautiful vision. And it's you want to leave that legacy. You got to think of it, as Asia said, you want to think of this as an investment. $37 a month is not a lot. I deal with those kind of people all the time, and I say to them, why is that a lot of money to you? It's like, you'll spend $40-50 at a bar and you won't think of it, but you have nothing left over. But you invest in your future for your family. You're going to leave something for them. You have a few drinks at the bar. What are you leaving? Absolutely nothing. So you got to change people's mindsets. We offer them a 7-day free trial, and some people say, well, how much does it cost afterwards? And we tell them $37. Says, oh, I want no part of it. And it's like, well, try it out for free for 7 days. If you don't like it, you can cancel. And there's some people that don't want to try it because they have this negative mindset. It's a scarcity mindset which needs to be gotten rid of. And I guess that happens when it's the way you're brought up, the people you're around with, and you need to change that. And I guess a lot of times you're not even aware that you have this negative mindset. Maybe sometimes you just need to have some people make you aware of it. So the first step is awareness. When you're aware of the kind of mindset you have, then you can start changing it. And then as we alluded to, it starts with the first step. Once you start that first, and then you can continue on that journey, and you keep making those steps, and you have people that support you on that journey, you can do pretty much anything you want. And that's pretty much it. Again, my website, victor-.com. Thank you.
All right, so now we're gonna wrap up a little bit. If anybody wants to jump in, I don't know if everybody does, it's fine. But Asia, I'm just gonna kick it over to you. I know you're good with the mindset stuff. I've seen some of your stuff, and it's awesome, phenomenal. So, Asia, I want to hear from you about just like a little wrap up, just summarizing, takeaways from the call.
Yeah, I wanted to piggyback on Alex, what he was saying about you have to work on yourself before you can start helping other people. So that's why we do this 90-day video marketing challenge, because there are 4 things that really stop people from really getting into success in their life. The 4 things are fear, second is guilt, third thing is shame, and unforgiveness of themselves or the past or something. So if you have these 4 things going on, you will not be able to see any breakthrough in your business. So you have to work inside. It's an inside job. And then once you start working in the inside, your passion, your everything is just going to overflow. So instead of having that scarcity mindset, you'll see things in more of an abundance mindset. All right, guys. So that's all I have to say.
Awesome. So it's the great part about this is all of us here is all about helping people, no matter what shape or form. It's just the most awesome thing, and we have to continue and just go out in the universe and can't be afraid. No matter what the naysayers said, we cannot be afraid, because no matter what, one day they will come around. I share this quick one, not whole up at a time, but I remember my mom was like my worst. Oh, I don't believe in what you do. The other day I sent her some product, and all of a sudden she tells me today, I can't believe this. I don't have the pain anymore. I don't know if it's what you're giving me, but now I actually believe in what you're doing. And you just have to continue and going out there, and don't be afraid. If 10 people tells you you're no good, I don't like what you're doing. What do you mean you're a health coach? Or what do you mean you're doing internet marketing? Or what are you doing? You're helping people on the internet. I don't like it. I hate it. If 100 people tells you that, you just have to keep going, because it starts with belief. Yeah. And once you have that belief within you, you're unstoppable. Whether you make money or no money, you're gonna keep going until you hit the jackpot. We just can't stop, because the world needs us, especially now than ever. Whether we know it or not, it's out there. People are not really showing it. They show one side on Facebook, but believe you me, when you get those inbox messages, it's a whole nother question. And we are needed, whether it's mindset, whether it's a upliftment, whether it's, hang in there, we're keeping you in prayer. We all need it. We all go through things in life, so we are all needed. Every one of us on this panel is needed. So don't give up on your work. Keep the focus, stay strong, and keep going.
I think that's a great point. Yeah, I think that's a great point. People need us, and as long as we remember that, it should help keep us going. No one that succeeded has never had obstacles. These obstacles are very often a good thing, because when you overcome them, it makes you a stronger person. And then when you come across other people that have obstacles, you could tell them, I had these obstacles too, so I know what you're going through. And when they know you understand what they're going through, they trust you more, and you can help them through these processes. And like with the 90-day challenge, I'm doing that too, and I love it. I've done 6 6 days. I have 84 more to go. I think it's great because I'm not a person who does a ton of videos, but I'm doing them every day, and I can't wait to do the next one tomorrow. And then I could tell other people, like, you need to do videos, but guess what? I've done 90 of them in 90 days, and you can overcome your fear because we got to get out of the comfort zone. That's one of the greatest enemies we have. We have to do things that are not comfortable, and once we tackle them, you know, we can do great things. We got to keep pushing on, like everyone's been saying. Thanks.
Totally.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely. Yeah, you have to always just dare to dream, find your spot, because you're not going to fit in to what other people are making you to be. You have to find that spot that God is leading you on and take it to its fullest potential. And sometimes you have to take a few steps back to make another jump forward to get that momentum going again. But you just have to do it fearlessly, believe in yourself, and use the other people around you to support what you're doing. And find people that will have a positive influence on you rather than dragging you down. And just get rid of those weights and just take it on to its fullest potential.
Yes, I agree, Hannah. Good, and surround yourself with positive people, and that's so important because that's why this hangout's awesome, because we all have each other to support, and we go out after and talk with other people that have like-minded and get support and move ourselves forward. What I really want to close up with is a 1,000-mile journey begins with the first step and the second step and the third step, but we got to keep on putting one foot in front of the other. And like Victor was saying, we got to get out of our comfort zone, because that 1,000-mile journey isn't necessarily a journey we've ever been on before. Like, I've never lived this life before, so every day is a new adventure. So we kind of always have to be stepping out into the unknown and getting out of our comfort zone and step out into the unknown and and live on faith and trust the universe, trust God, trust your Creator. That all things are working for the better, working for the good. Especially if you have that positive mindset. Especially if you're trying to work on yourself, especially if you're trying to identify the blocks, identify your weaknesses, identify your struggles. Once you do that and put that out there and be humble about it, your whole world can do a 180, and just like that, especially with support from everyone around you. And like Rob was saying, our choices and habits create our future, and they create they create a legacy. So what you do today affects tomorrow. And so what journey and legacy do you want to leave on this 1,000-mile journey that begins with the first step? And that step starts right now where you're at today, and love yourself and go ahead and move forward from this position right now. Awesome hangout, guys. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. I just want to leave, piggybacking what Alex just said about taking one step in front of the other. A great quote from Tony Robbins is, "How long would you expect your average baby to walk?" Right? So, or how long would you put up with your baby until he walks or she walks? And the concept of it is your expectation. So any parent would be waiting and excited for their baby to walk, but they expect it to happen. It has to happen. I don't care if that baby has one leg. You're going to get that baby walking, because it's just what's accepted and what has to happen. But what if we took that and we started to think about our biggest dreams and our most faraway dreams, things that seem very far away, but started to expect that to happen and live in that place and get out of society norms and what's expected of you, and create your own new standards that are just higher than most people ever go for. And with that said, I think that's everything we've been talking about going after our legacy, like Asia was talking about, controlling your own destiny, like Rob was talking about. So with that said, guys, thanks for being here on behalf of everyone here. Loved having you guys on. Hope you guys get tons of value tonight. You can catch up with me at justin-messina.com or on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/jmslife. And as we always do on these Tuesday nights, live Vision Fit, wear out.